Congratulations on retaining your world title fight. How do you think the performance went?
I thought it was going well. Obviously, we knew we were in for a tricky evening tonight. He was more awkward than anything. He was coming in with his head low, and you know, his arms are a lot more longer.
I was going to say he had one hell of a long reach. How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, again, the sparring and that we had been bringing up a guy, Tyrone Nuss, lightweight, undefeated. We also had Derry Matthews up for sparring as well. So the training and that went good, and obviously I was happy with the performance there. Try to stick to my boxing now and again, and going forward try to be aggressive in that as well, so really pleased.
And well, you preferred obviously to go for the full 12 rounds. It looked like he hurt his right hand in the fight.
Do you know what I always say? I don't plan to go in there and go for knockouts or anything. I trained for a hard 12 rounds and I was prepared to do that there. But the last couple of rounds there, I was noticing he was getting uncomfortable, and he was looking out the ring in that as well. So he was as if he didn't want to be there. So maybe he's hurting his hand was just a wee excuse to get him out.
It could have well be. Now, obviously, that you've had fantastic support here and a great home advantage. Do you feel that puts you under more pressure or spurs you on more?
Again, I think it spurs you on a good bit as well. But again, I've always said a boxing ring's a boxing ring. It doesn't really matter where you fight. But again, obviously, because I'm from Glasgow, it's always good to have the home support and that. So I'd just like to say a big thanks to everybody coming down, and obviously everybody watching at home.
Now, what's next for you? Unification fight?
Well, again, I could just leave it up to obviously Frank Warren and Alec Morrison. I'm sure they'll try and get it sorted out for me. The fight I was looking for was obviously the Mazalfana, the IBF champion. How that came about was after the Martinez fight, I was looking at the Ring magazine ratings. I saw he was #1 and they had me at #2. And the Ring magazine belt's actually vacant at the moment, so I'm sure he would love for the opportunity to fight for that. Who does they want to fight for the Rocky belt? So
that would be very exciting.
Fingers crossed they'd hopefully get it off for me. Aye.
And do you see yourself moving up to lightweight potentially?
Well, again, everybody always says that I'm really big for a super featherweight as well, but I make lightweight far too easy, so I do. Obviously, I think every boxer's the same. They always struggle with the last couple of pounds. Maybe a couple more fights. Obviously, we'll see what fights come up at super featherweight. But if there was a chance to move up to lightweight, obviously for a big name, a big fight, I would jump at the chance. Never say never.
Thanks for talking to us. Congratulations again. Bye bye. We've just been speaking to Ricky Burns, who retained his world title against Joseph Larea.